Emma Rodriguez had always believed that life was fair to those who worked hard. She grew up in a small apartment with her mother, learning early how to survive with limited means and endless patience. Her dreams were simple. She wanted respect, stability, and a peaceful life. Luxury was something she only saw through shop windows, never imagining she would one day step into that world herself. Emma worked at a fashion boutique in the city. Her days were filled with folding expensive clothes she could never afford and smiling at customers who lived lives far different from her own. Still, she never complained. She believed her kindness and honesty would one day lead her to something better. One evening, her manager informed her about an exclusive charity gala. The boutique had been invited to showcase designer outfits, and Emma was selected to assist at the event. Her heart raced. She had never attended anything like this before. The idea of wealthy guests, grand halls, and powerful people made her nervous, yet curious. That night, Emma wore an elegant dress borrowed from the store. As she looked at herself in the mirror, she barely recognized the girl staring back. For the first time, she felt confident. Not because of the dress, but because she dared to step into a world that once felt unreachable. The gala was overwhelming. Crystal chandeliers sparkled above, soft music filled the air, and conversations flowed effortlessly among the elite. Emma tried to stay focused on her job, but she felt out of place, like she didn't belong. That was when she met Alexander Richards. He was calm, well-dressed, and carried an aura of quiet power. Unlike others, he didn't boast or seek attention. His presence was commanding without effort. When their eyes met, Emma felt something she had never felt before, a strange sense of familiarity. Alexander struck up a conversation. He asked about her life, her dreams, her struggles. No one had ever listened to her like that. He spoke with warmth, making her feel seen and valued. Hours passed like minutes. Emma felt safe, understood, and hopeful. By the end of the night, Alexander offered to take her home. She hesitated but agreed. That decision changed her life forever. They spent the night talking, sharing stories, laughter, and promises. Alexander spoke about the future as if Emma was already a part of it. He made her believe she mattered, that she was special. Emma trusted him completely. But the next morning, Alexander was gone. No message. No explanation. No goodbye. Emma waited. She called the number he had given her, but it was disconnected. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Alexander had vanished without a trace. Her heart was shattered, but life had something else waiting for her. A few weeks later, Emma discovered she was pregnant. Fear consumed her. She was alone, broke, and emotionally destroyed. Friends turned their backs on her. Society judged her harshly. But despite everything, Emma made a decision that would define her strength. She chose to keep the baby. Pregnancy was difficult. She worked longer hours, endured whispers, and fought exhaustion every day. There were nights she cried herself to sleep, questioning how she would survive. Yet, every time she felt the baby move, she found a reason to keep going. When her son was born, Emma named him Lucas. Lucas became her entire world. His smile gave her strength, his laughter healed her pain. Emma worked multiple jobs to provide for him, sacrificing her own comfort for his future. She taught him kindness, honesty, and resilience. Years passed. Lucas grew into a bright, intelligent boy. He asked questions beyond his age and showed remarkable confidence. Sometimes, Emma noticed how different he looked from other children. There was something familiar in his eyes, something that reminded her of the past she tried so hard to forget. One afternoon, while walking home from school, Lucas suddenly stopped in front of a tall building. It was the headquarters of a powerful corporation. He stared at the glass doors and said something that made Emma's heart stop. "Mom, I feel like I belong here." Emma felt a chill run down her spine. That night, she couldn't sleep. Memories of Alexander flooded her mind. The resemblance was undeniable. The same eyes. The same posture. The same quiet confidence. A few days later, fate intervened. Emma received a letter requesting her presence at the legal office. Confused and afraid, she attended the meeting. Inside the room sat a group of lawyers and one familiar face. Alexander Richards. He looked older, tired, and filled with regret. When he saw Emma, his face turned pale. When he saw Lucas, his eyes filled with tears. Alexander explained everything. Years ago, he had been forced to leave the country due to a corporate conspiracy that threatened his life. His disappearance was not a choice but a necessity. He had tried to find Emma later but failed. Guilt consumed him every day. He had recently regained control of his empire and discovered the truth through a private investigation. Lucas was his son. Emma felt anger, pain, and relief all at once. Years of suffering flashed before her eyes. She had raised Lucas alone, fought every battle by herself. Alexander apologized endlessly. He didn't ask for forgiveness. He only asked for a chance to be part of his son's life. Lucas listened quietly. Then he spoke. "I don't need money. I need honesty." Those words broke Alexander. In the months that followed, Alexander proved himself. He showed up. He listened. He supported Emma without trying to control her. Slowly, trust began to rebuild. Emma never needed his wealth. What she needed was respect. In the end, the shocking truth wasn't just about a lost son. It was about destiny, strength, and a woman who refused to give up when life abandoned her. Emma didn't become strong because of love. She became strong because she had no other choice. And Lucas grew up knowing that his greatest inheritance wasn't wealth, but a mother who never gave up,